when someone's not confident in their abilities or their knowledge, their own skill sets or their knowledge, maybe they're acquiring a new skill and they haven't had a chance to practice it in the workplace. How are they going to use their network to help them in this area?
Well, I mean, one way is outside of their current job scope, maybe find opportunities that you can start to build that skill. And, as we've been mentioning about the volunteer component, volunteer for different organizations, maybe within your industry that could help in that endeavor. And, that builds confidence, that builds, that gives you kind of that real life experience, using those skills. So that would probably be a good avenue to look into.
Yeah, what comes to mind is transferable skills. Using the pro bono work, the volunteer work to create transferable skills. Saying, I was a project manager for my local charity where I was doing specific work. And as a result, those skills are transferable to my new or target position of being a project manager, or something like that. Or your friends in your network give you an opportunity because they're your friends. They're probably being a little more forgiving. Allow you to try something, experiment, take on an extra project, give you that opportunity to break out and do different things. Just having those transferable skills. And I think going back to having someone like you review their resume to identify transferable skills, like we've talked about, where you mentioned working for that charity, and says, okay, this is how Jessica can help me transfer that charity work I was doing into a job skill for that target job I'm trying to get. So you're helping your local community, and you're creating a skill set that is transferable. And I think that's a new buzzword that may start popping out, is what skills can I transfer to a new position? Especially as an economy is changing and morphing into new skills they need to find people that can transfer or transition into new positions. What are some of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, what really kind of from what you were saying is the career pivot. People are doing a lot of career pivoting. I've been saying because of, maybe their industry they're in, there's not growth, or there's unfortunate layoffs. So they have to start thinking, okay, outside the box and seeing, okay, where can I go? And it's daunting. Like, I've been doing X for so many years and that's all I know. Well, you definitely know more than you realize. And to your point, I mean, certainly that's an area that I really work hard to pull out of my clients, and to recognize that they're more than kind of in their box, and to realize that they do, yes, have those transferable skills. They have value that could be applied to other positions that they didn't even really consider. And again, it can really open their eyes and open their minds to, potentially a more exciting opportunity that they didn't even consider.
Great. If people are transitioning, making a change, why not make change into something you want to do? Whether it be a position or a company you want to work for. If there's a target company, you buy all their stuff, or you always go to that specific cafe or whatever it is. It's like, hey, well, I want to work for that company, which then speaks to employers, right? Employers need to create cultures where people want to work there, because people now have a choice. Where, a few years ago, companies had the choice on the best employees. Now the employees have the best choice of the choice of the best companies. So that knowing that, getting out there and breaking those barriers, just doing something different is key. And I think we're going to see a lot of that as the economy starts to evolve here over the next few years, just transitioning into something different, because the supply chains are different, changing, prices are changing, the economy is changing. So people are going to have to make moves. And as I'll say this all the time, is nothing stops the clock. So you need to start working on this stuff now. You need to bring in professionals like Jessica that can help you look at your resume and talk to you about your LinkedIn profile before you need it. The last thing you want to do is be in a situation where you need something and now you got to build it. And that takes time. Everything takes time. So think ahead, be prepared. Never get comfortable. Always try to find other opportunities. And it kind of brings us to our last question, is